Hello everyone, welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. I'm starting the stream a little bit early, just to give people some time to get to the video. Starting at 7 o'clock. Oops, sorry about that. I always forget to turn my speaker down. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. My name is Rebecca Bay, and we're going to get right into the Gemini Love Outlook for the week. Before we get into that, I just want to remind you all that I'm giving away this deck for April. So I'm not using this deck in this reading, but I am using it in the general readings for the week. So if you check out those readings, they should be linked after the video or linked in the description, and you can get to see me use those cards. They're really beautiful. They're these ones. They have these beautiful purple sort of gilding, and they're these big cards. They're beautiful artwork. So yeah, that's what I'm giving away this month on my channel. All you have to do is be subscribed and leave me a comment letting me know you're interested. And I also have my new Mystic Moon Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck that I got from Mystic Moon. She's awesome. She has a beautiful deck, and I can't wait to use it. I'm going to be using this in the love readings, and you'll get a chance to see them. I might consider giving this deck away in one of the monthly giveaways also. All right, so guys, let's get right into shuffling your cards. Gemini, this is going to be your love outlook for the week. April 5th to the 12th. All right, so we're going to pull out a couple of some cards from a few decks, really. Going to look at your love situation with someone else, right? Or there's, the connection that you're having with someone in particular. This isn't just a general outlook on the outlook of your love life. So this is an outlook, this is a weekly reading for Gemini and a connection that they have with someone in their life, right? Some romantic connection, maybe a twin flame or a soulmate. So we're going to pull out a couple of different cards to look at different energies, right? And let's get right into it, Gemini, and pull out your romance angel messages. Calling out your soulmate. Codependency. And wedding. Wow. All right, so those are some different energies, right? I have a new background. My regulars, let me know if you like this new background. It's a little different than what I usually do, and I have ordered some other stuff to make the live streaming a little bit better, like a different camera and stuff like that. But in any case, yeah, calling in your soulmate, codependency, and wedding. Let's get your spread out, first couple of spreads out, and see what that's going to mean for you. Of course, those messages are kind of self-explanatory, right? Calling in your soulmate means that, your energy and your focus has been towards that, and it's going to be paying off because you're calling in energetically your soulmate. And of course, codependency talks about varying degrees of addiction, right, that are affecting your love life, right? Either addiction to the drama or personal addictions that are codependent on each other. Codependency is just a very sort of toxic energy that has a lot of different sort of I want to say variations, right? There's a lot of different ways to look at codependency or to see it. And then we have weddings. So the situation for some of you is involving a wedding. You may indeed be getting married, or you may be going to a wedding or planning a wedding. A lot of times when wedding comes up in my readings, it indicates a situation where planning a wedding or getting a wedding together in some way is causing some kind of energy shift, right? So let's get your spread out. I'm gonna pull out the cards for you and your person, and I'm pulling more cards than I normally do. I'll be pulling 4 for each of you. So that's your person's cards and your cards. All right, so we have Hermit, 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and a Tower for your person. Interesting. And then for you, we have 10 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Sun. All right, bottom of this deck, we have Justice. All right, this is your basic spread for the week. So some of you are dealing with, let's look at your top row first. This is your person and how your person is resonating. They're coming in with Hermit energy. So this is interesting. It feels to me like they are being very much like a loner right now. They've been very introspective. Um, I want to say that your person, they've right now the Hermit card has been showing up a lot for everyone. So it's quite interesting because we all are supposing to have to be away from each other, right? We're having to stay away. But the Hermit, I think, is showing up a lot in my readings also because some of you are taking the opportunity to really look inward. And your person's kind of doing that. Whoever you're dealing with, they're really taking the time to look inward right now. And I think they're dealing with um, separating or breaking up some relationships in their lives. They're really walking away from some connections that they have right now. And I think it's a difficult journey for them. You know, it feels to me like it's difficult for them to walk away. Right. I'm not sure. I don't feel like they're necessarily walking away from you because you have a 10 of cups. So, but I do feel like there are certain relationships in their lives that they may be having to walk away from this week. It could be that they have other relationships in their lives that involve codependency. It could be relatives or friends that they're connected to. I'm not talking about another romantic relationship necessarily, right? Clearly, because we're talking about a connection here between you and them, and I'm not looking at third party energy situations per se. It feels to me like they're walking away from close relationships that are much more like friendships or family relationships, and it feels to me that a lot of it has been as a result of some soul searching this week. They have a little bit of a delusional outlook on relationships, and they're really going to go through a shock this week because they're resonating with that Tower. So there's something interesting going on with your person in terms of their outlook. And this week, some of the experiences they're having this week is going to be really, really shocking. It's going to be something they never expected. Now, Gemini, you're resonating with 10 of Cups, which is really, really nice. It's you feel very complete right now and very blessed also. It feels to me like while your person is going through some tricky, difficult emotional times this week, maybe separating or walking away from certain close family ties or friendship ties, meanwhile, you are feeling very, very complete. And I want to say that this is also feeling to me like this is your family. Like you're feeling like your family is very complete. You're very happy with it. There are good relations there, and you're resonating well with that, right? We're going to pull some more cards. And this week is a week of work for you. You know, Eight of Pentacles, you're doing a lot of work. I think this also translates to your relationship. I feel like you're working on your relationship a little bit. There's something going on with this relationship that I feel like this person is a little bit difficult sometimes. You know, it just feels to me like they're a little bit... I don't know, you know, they're a little bit difficult. I only want to say in the sense that they are perhaps very sensitive. They can be very brooding one moment, it's sensitive the next moment. That Seven of Cups makes me feel like they're very sort of pie in the sky. They're not very realistic sometimes, you know, and it feels to me like they may also be the type of individual who really gets themselves all excited about something that you know is unrealistic, and then they get let down because this is what happens for them. Meanwhile, you're kind of working away, you know, Eight of Pentacles. You're focused, you're disciplined this week. I feel like you're wanting to be a support to your person. You're resonating with Queen of Wands and Sun energy. So this week is hard for you, but the Queen of Wands is showing up because you've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So let me pull some clarity cards. Queen of Wands shows up, especially when you are having to sort of be the wise one, right? You're having some, you know, this week you're going to be kind of counseling yourself in a sense, like you've been through this before, I think. I think you're dealing with somebody who is having an emotional week, you know, and it's an emotional family week. Could be wedding. It could be because there was some kind of wedding plan that you guys may be going to or were going to. Let's pull out some clarity. Prince of Swords, Princess of Swords, excuse me, the Magician, and the Princess of Cups. So a lot of pages have been showing up this week. Princesses are the same as pages. Let me move this over a little bit. So it's an interesting Eight of Wands for you, Seven of Pentacles, and King of Swords. All right, so yeah, this is interesting. Your person, again, resonating with a lot of... I'm not going to pull the bottom card yet because I might pull more cards. Princess of Swords, Magician, Princess of Cups. It's interesting. It's a lot of princess energy, which is the same as page energy. Again, it's like your person is very sort of, I don't want to say youthful, but immature almost in a lot of ways. They seem to be emotionally quite sort of immature. They may be a little bit younger and just going through their first kind of big period of self-realization. You know what I'm saying? But they are really working at it. They are really trying to keep their spirits up. They're really working at that. I feel like they're very affectionate, and I think you're really drawn to them because this person is in general really good at what they do. They're resonating with the Magician there. They're like one of these people certainly who's drawing you in with their abilities, etc. But they are very useful right now in terms of their outlook on relationships. And I think this could even be like a friendship. But in any case, it's something that I feel like you're having to support them in a lot of ways because this is about the connection between the two of you. And I don't feel like you two are in separation necessarily. I feel like this Eight of Cups energy is from the outside. You're dealing with a lot of work this week. So, Eight of Wands, you're dealing with a lot of energies coming in. You're dealing with a lot of I want to say a lot of people, a lot of messages, a lot of energies. It could be the nature of your job, right? The type of work you do. That Eight of Wands just feels like busy, busy, busy. Phones ringing, emails are coming in. And to me, it just feels like you're really busy this week with your work. And it could be that also while you're busy with your work this week and having to deal with that and your outlook on your own personal shit, you may be dealing with some weird vibes from your person, not really realizing why. And, if you're resonating with this reading, it could very well be because they're kind of going through their own shit this week as well, dealing with this walking away from someone. I'm going to pull some cards from my new Oracle deck, Spirits of Darkness and Light, and just see if what the spirits have to say, what polarity spirits are working on this relationship. You're feeling really sort of disappointed with that Seven of Pentacles, it is a card actually for failure, Seven of Pentacles, but it's like, it's not even so much that you're a failure, but it's like you're reevaluating. This card has shown up a lot for the weeklies and for the other readings on my channel. It's like a lot of people right now are really reevaluating like their work, their career, their business, what they're doing with their lives. Because they're feeling like they're not satisfied, for whatever reason right now, things are turning out or... you may be having certain events this week at work also because you're going to be working a lot this week, Gemini. That you are like, well, damn, is this really worth it? And King of Swords is like, you're going to come up with a plan by the end of the week to really rein all this in. You do resonate with the sun there. And there is going to be growth coming in, but this is a really big week for you, Gemini, where you're going to be primarily focused in on work. And as far as your love life is concerned, it just seems to me that you're feeling like everything's fine. So, I think the reading has come up because it may come, well, we'll see. Let's see what the spirits say. It may come up that between the two of you, because you guys are in your own separate worlds this week, there may be some friction. Spirit of Christ is coming in, the spirit of the crow, and the spirit of the angel. Wow. Well, forgiveness, reconciliation, unconditional love, right? So is the spirit of Christ. And the spirit of the crow, of course, is messengers, bad news coming in. It can be a prophecy. It's just an omen. Omens coming in, messages coming in. Sometimes it can indicate bad news coming in, right? And then you have spirit of the angel, which is guidance and blessings and answering prayers. And I'm not really surprised that this is coming up for you this week. It just seems to me that there's some bad news that happens this week for your person. And I think to a certain degree this week there is also a little bit of bad news that happens for you because you're going through this reevaluation period. And it's not even so much that it's bad news, right? Spirit of the crow is kind of a foreboding. But I think it's more or less like a sobering week, right? I think it's a sobering week in a lot of ways for you and for your person. Nevertheless, the spirits are letting you know that the spirit of Christ and the spirits of the angels are with you. So you have blessings coming in this week. You know, you have guidance coming in. You have definitely unconditional love coming in this week. So whatever the case may be for either of you, you at your work and your person dealing with this separation, whatever it may involve, it may be, like I said, something to do with a family wedding or something like that that is now not happening. Maybe they are just struggling with being in separation from their family, right? It could be a separation that they didn't want to enter into, right? This could be a forced separation to a certain degree. A lot of times, Eight of Cups is a decision you make to turn your back, but this could also be a kind of like, my hands are tied. So it's a rough week. And that's why the Spirit of Christ, Spirit of the angels are in, flanking the Spirit of the crows. So while you may have some difficult times this week, you have the spirits with you, guiding you. Pay attention to the messages coming in and give each other a lot of love, because I think that you're both going through very different things, but very difficult things, at the same time. Remember, they're having a tower moment and you're having a sun moment, right? Things are good for you maybe with your family and with your love and your connections, but you're having a sobering week with regard to your work and your ambitious goals, right? So this is it. When the Spirit of the Crow comes in, it's very, very important messages that come in that can really shift your life. This is why they are oftentimes associated with prophecy and prophetic messages. So, all right, guys, I am going to, I believe, leave it at that. This video was long enough for the weekly love outlook. Let me know how you like it. Let me know if you like the new spread, the background. I love working with these oracle decks. I'm going to be using this oracle deck more and more. If you like it, you want to get it, all you have to do is check out Mystic Moon. I mean, I'm not, this is not like an ad for her or anything, but she's just a fellow YouTuber, a fellow tarot reader. She's on Etsy or YouTube, I believe, also. But she does these awesome decks, beautiful decks, so go check her out. In any case, on my channel, I am giving away the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck this month, so please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Let me know that you're interested by leaving me a comment, letting me know you're into the drawing, that you want to take part. And then at the end of the month, just check back on my channel. Please don't forget to check back. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the March winner to get back to me. After a while, I'll have to move on to another winner. So in any case, I love you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And please sound off, communicate with the collective. We all could learn from each other. But for right now, have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next week for your weekly love outlook. Bye-bye now.